You've experienced the intense, miraculous, sci-fi experience of watching your child come into the world, and now you have a new family member in the house. And this family member doesn't seem to care about waking you up in the middle of the night. They sure as heck don't seem to realize that their mama and papa sometimes need alone time. And through the haze of sleep deprivation, all that's running through your head is, will my sex life ever be the same again? Hi, I'm Caitlin V, your sex and relationship coach, and I post new videos here on YouTube every single week designed to help you live the best sex of your life, as well as free content every single day on Instagram and on TikTok at Caitlin Victorious X. Check me out. All right, new dads, this one is for you because if you follow these 10 simple steps, you and your baby mama can 1, have sex all the time, and 2, enjoy sex more than ever. I'm not kidding. I have seen this stuff work wonders whether you just had your first baby or your kids are 10 years old. And if you follow these steps, your wife will enjoy sex even more than she did before kids. And if you think I am kidding, just stay tuned. Didn't you hear something about a doctor saying no sex for 4 to 6 weeks after the baby comes along? Yes, you heard her correctly. Your woman's body just went to the Olympics of human creation. And depending on how things went, she may have even had some major abdominal surgery. But female bodies are incredibly strong. And after 6 to 8 weeks, she'll probably be all healed up, but that does not mean that she's going to be ready to have sex just yet. Because between all of the spit up on her shoulder, the dirty nappies, having a baby latched onto her nipple 6 times a day, not having brushed her hair in a couple weeks, or able to get more than 3 hours of sleep at night, sex might be the last thing on her mind. But if you follow these steps correctly, you will actually help her to feel more beautiful, more feminine, more powerful, boost her mood, and she'll be appreciating you more than ever, which is great too, and ideal for her to want to have sex on a regular basis, which, by the way, is wonderful for strengthening your relationship at this time where you can no longer have Friday night spontaneous date nights or just, zip over to the coast on a whim because you can. And that's why this first step is so vital. Number 1, make her feel beautiful. Right now, she feels like a washed up bag. She feels like a million years old. She is exhausted. And how is she supposed to switch over to feeling like a foxy sex kitten when there's baby puke on her shirt? Well, that's where you come in, son. Tell her that she is beautiful. Remind her that she is sexy as f***. Seriously, every day, multiple times a day, because she still wants to be seen by you. Here are some things that you can literally say word for word. Ever since you became a mother, you are so much sexier to me. You are more beautiful than ever. You know that? I am so lucky to have such a beautiful woman in my life. And one of my personal favorites, you look so good. Step 2 is make her feel physically amazing. You might feel physically deprived these days, but I promise you she is feeling physically crowded. She has a baby latching onto her boobs every day, all day, and they are painful and sore. So instead of going straight for penetration, try introducing physical intimacy in a way that prioritizes her pleasure. For example, give her a back massage, complete with warm oils, a hint of lavender and frankincense, something that will help her to de-stress without actually any expectation. Draw her a nice warm bath and allow her to rest while you take care of the baby. Rub her feet while the two of you are watching TV after baby is sleeping. Pay for and book a special yoga class or a spa day for her, because helping her to feel physically amazing will support her in getting back to herself faster. She'll feel loved and considered by you, who will become instantly her new hero, and she will feel just about 100,000% more affectionate towards you. Step number 3, encourage her to practice her Kegels. Kegels are pelvic floor exercises that will help get her hoo-ha back into the game that much faster. But not just that, it actually is good for her longevity, preventing her from experiencing incontinence and a weak pelvic floor and all of the things that can come from that later in life. Plus, they are super simple. She can do them while she's breastfeeding or watching TV or watching videos on YouTube. These simple but effective exercises will help her to rebuild her pelvic floor even faster. She will regain strength, sensation, and sensitivity in her vagina so that she can enjoy sex again. And in case the idea of engaging in a pelvic floor exercise routine just sounds like one more thing on her to-do list, I highly recommend that you check out a toy like this one. This is the Crush by the company Love Life, and it actually vibrates every time that you squeeze it. So this part actually goes into her vagina, and she uses her pelvic floor muscles to grip, and every time that she grips, it actually feels good because it vibrates. I have an affiliate partnership with them. There's a link in the description if you want to check out this particular Kegel trainer. Step number 4, start slow. Your goal at first should be physical intimacy without expecting penis and vagina sex. Go down on her. Provide her with soft, gentle licks and kisses on her vulva until she comes. Encourage mutual masturbation where you both can watch each other pleasure yourselves. This way she can touch herself in a way that feels amazing for her, but you both get to get off. Try stimulating her clit with your fingers while kissing her neck and gently fingering her. In other words, treat her body so gently and introduce sex so slowly. You know, a lot of women are very sensitive about what has happened to our vulvas, and depending on how smooth her delivery was, she may actually have experienced an episiotomy, she may be dealing with some scarring. There can be some really scary and traumatic stuff that happens to our bodies during childbirth. So move at a pace that she is comfortable with, and you will be rewarded with a very happy and very pleasured wife. Step 5, prioritize foreplay. Now, it does not matter exactly how much foreplay she needed before she had her baby. She is going to be needing foreplay now. Ideally, 20 to 40 minutes, getting her engine revved up, getting her body ready to be penetrated, and helping her switch out of mommy would throw up on me brain to sexy sex kitten wifey brain. You can rub her all over her body, kiss all of her erogenous zones. Go down on her, stimulate her clit, warm her up. Sex is going to be pleasurable for her only if her vagina is wet, her pelvic floor is supple, even before you consider sliding yourself inside of her. And if you're not a master at foreplay already, check out my course, She Comes Too. There's an entire module, it's like a master class just on foreplay, including how to use your fingers and how to use your mouth to bring her to orgasm every single time and be the best that she's ever had. And I demonstrate every single one of the techniques on my famous sex toy. Her name is Jestiny. If you want to see her, you got to get the class, but don't worry, 90-day money back guarantee. So if you just want to see what Jestiny looks like, and you do, and then get a refund, that's okay. The amount of foreplay that I want you to be giving her is the point where she's literally begging you to f her. She is needing you to f her. She wants you to f her so fucking bad. She needs that cock inside of her right now. That is how bad you are going to make her want you with foreplay. All right, number 6, lube. If lube was not already your best friend, it is about to be. I highly recommend this water-based lubricant from Royal because it's pH balanced and it comes with aloe vera in it, which actually means that it is moisturizing, which is super nice, especially when it has gone through some major procedures. You see, your lady is gonna have hormonal changes after having a baby, which means that her vagina isn't likely to get wet in the same way that it used to for a while. And that's no problem at all when you have lube at the ready. Put lube on your fingers, put it on your dick, put it on the dildo, put it on the sex toy, put it everywhere so that when she has anything touching or sliding inside of her, it feels luxurious and smooth and maybe even moisturizing. I also do have an affiliate link with Royal because I am their official sexologist, so check them out in the description below. Step 7, discover different times of day to have sex. Before baby, you may have fallen into the sex before bed, or sex in the morning, or sex every time we do the laundry, or sex every time I see you bent over putting away files in the filing cabinet kind of routine. But now you're gonna have to get a little bit more creative. Here's the challenge. Initiate sex in times that you have never initiated before, like right after breakfast on Saturday morning, during a work from home lunch break, after her afternoon nap, in the car when you just pulled into the driveway and the baby is still sleeping. Get creative. It will save your sex life and it will enliven your relationship. Parents often feel like they have to steal moments in between the duties of being a responsible parent. So invite teenager energy into your bedroom again, and when no one is looking, get freaky with each other. Which brings me to my next point, which is step number 8, master the quickie. Right now, you do not have the luxury of 2-hour sex benders, which is totally fine. They will come back once the kid's old enough to hang with a babysitter. I was recently talking to a friend of mine who has 3 kids about what changed about her sex life after her babies, and she said we really had to master the quickie. Kid just fell asleep? Sex. Older sibling feeding baby with a bottle? Get it on. Baby is perfectly content and cooing for a minute? Time for some lovin'. Step number 9, make room and time for sex. This is the step where you might experience the most resistance, and here's why. You may be saying to yourself, sex is supposed to be spontaneous. And look, dudes, would you like to have sex anytime within the next year? Because if so, you got to prioritize it. You have to make sex important, which means, yes, putting aside time both consciously and purposefully to have it. Literally put sex in the calendar. Make a plan with your wife. Give the baby to grandma for the night so that you can have some adult time. Your relationship needs it. Your mental health and her mental health require that the two of you be making love. It's just good for you. Your relationship needs it, and your relationship deserves it. You know the feeling of having gone a long time without a good lay. It feels wonderful, and it does wonderful things for your body and for your relationship for the two of you to get it on. So set some time aside every single week for a little romp in the sheets. You will thank me later. And finally, step number 10, I know that you're not always going to be in the mood, but initiate sex anyway. Sex is one of those things that the more you have it, the more you want it. And look, you don't have to be in the mood to have amazing sex. Try to initiate sex whether you feel like it or not. And I promise you, you will both feel way better afterward. Dads, I have seen it with my own eyes. When the men I work with follow these tips, they often say that their sex life is better after they have kids. One of my clients even said that my only regret is I wish I knew some of these tips before having kids, because now I finally feel like I'm the lover my wife needed all along. So to recap, once she feels ready to dip her toes back into the physical intimacy pool, you need to know exactly how to help her to get in the mood, help her to get to an amazing climax, and help her to experience better sex than ever before. Dote on her, be tender and slow, prioritize foreplay, use lube, master the quickie, and play with different times of day to have sex. Finally, schedule that sex and make it a big priority. And dads, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know, how did sex change after having your baby? Is there something that I missed? Is there something that you want all of the other future dads to know? Leave that in the comments. I am Caitlin V. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, and I will see you here next week. Bye-bye.